This is our 7th Coca-Cola Challenge presented by Powerade, and it's sponsored by the good folks here at Coca-Cola. It's administered by Chasing Foul Balls, a sports talk show. As many of you know, the Coca-Cola Challenge presented by Powerade is the best of 4 baseball games between the Southwest Community College Bears and the Colin Community College Wolves. The winner of the challenge gets the trophy, bragging rights for the next year. And the trophy for the last 2 years is in the hands of Southwest Community College Bears, and we'll give you a few more details about the challenge in just a few minutes. First of all, I think most of y'all have met Mr. James Brumfield and Mr. Gary Nelson with McComb Coca-Cola. We sure appreciate all the support they have given us on the challenge, plus the fact of being able to hold our press conference here today. When we finish here, we will move up to Papa's Family Restaurant in Brookhaven, and we will hold our Brookhaven side of the press conference up there. Hopefully we can get up there around 11:30, eat, and then get started around 12. The Copiah Lincoln Community College Lady Wolves are playing in the Region 23 Women's Semifinals. They're 2 wins away from making back-to-back trips to Kansas. So they have a game today against Meridian Community College at 1 o'clock up at Mississippi College in Clinton. So we want to make sure we try to have the press conference up there through with and out of the way so folks that want to go and can listen to that ball game. Good luck to Coach Gwen Young and the Lady Wolves. They played this afternoon. Let's see. First of all, we'd like to thank the members of the media that joined us today back here from K106 and K106.net with the camera, Benji Emery, with the other camera, Dave Hughes. Also, we'd like to thank Eddie McCaleb, who is with us today, putting our video together from our backyard TV, and also from a brand new sports magazine that'll hit the stands about April the 10th called Sports Journal. That'll be here in Southwest Mississippi. It'll be a photographic intensive magazine that will cover sports in Southwest Mississippi. Eddie's part of that. We appreciate these guys coming out on this kind of day and being with us. Let's talk a little bit about the Coca-Cola Challenge presented by Powerade. First of all, as most of you know, it's the best of 4 games in the South Division MACJC play. The first doubleheader comes up this Wednesday. It'll be up at Sullivan Stadium in Wesson. First pitch in the afternoon is at 3 o'clock in that one. The back end of the 4-game set is scheduled on Good Friday this year, April the 6th. That'll be at Bear Park in Summit. First pitch of that one's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Rules of the challenge, if you've been with us, are fairly simple. The team that wins the best of the 4 games gets the trophy and gets bragging rights for the year. If the 4 games are split, our rules say the team with the trophy, Southwest, will hold on to the trophy for 1 more year. Now, in addition to the trophy, our good folks at Coca-Cola over here gives every player a T-shirt for batting practice for those 2 dates. Also, they make a very considerable financial contribution to each team, and they also provide giveaways for us that are made between each inning of all 4 games to make the fun at the park a lot more enjoyable place to be for these ball games. Now, new this year, Powerade, as their kickoff to the spring and summer season, has a promotion in area grocery stores and convenience stores. It's a family day experience at the Coca-Cola Challenge. This will be on the April 6th doubleheader up at Southwest. They're giving away 2 families the opportunity to be part of the game. Before you leave, the ones here on the front, they're laid out over here. You'll see the posters and things that are used to promote it. They're at most grocery stores and convenience stores in Southwest Mississippi and down into Louisiana. It's a family day experience. The winners will receive a meet and greet with the players before the game. They'll be able to stand with some of the players. The kids will from the families at the national anthem. The families will throw out the first pitch of the 2 games that we have up at Southwest. Each family will receive a game jersey and a cap from both Colin Community College and Southwest Community College. They'll receive an autographed game ball from each team. And they'll also get a nice chest full of Powerade, and then we will ask them to join us up at our Chasing Foul Ball shed up on the left field lounge at Southwest Park, where they will be invited to come up and eat with the group up there. So if they can put up with those guys second guessing the coaches, which we do a very good job of, I might add, up there, they'll be glad to come on up there and be with us for that. We appreciate Mr. Brumfield. And normally, guys, this is put into effect. The Powerade kickoff goes to a college team that speaks for Powerade on their kickoff. This year, Mr. Brumfield, Mr. Nelson decided it would be best to let you guys speak for Powerade this year. So it's a nice honor for us to have the opportunity through our Coca-Cola Challenge to be the spokesman for Powerade early, and I'm sure James will go a little more deeper into that when he comes up and talk with us. Also this year, a little bit different, guys. It is the opening game of South Division play in the MACJC for both of these teams, and we know how important it is to get off to a good start in division play. So that will add a little more intrigue to our classic, and also the first game of the challenge, we normally play it on a Saturday. This is the first year I've gone back and looked, the first year we'll ever play it on a Friday. This year it's Good Friday that we'll play on that afternoon, and it'll be up at Southwest there. A couple of things before we bring our guest here up to the podium earlier. It's our 7th year to be part of the challenge with chasing foul balls. We got started in this project basically with 2 goals in mind, and that was one, we felt like that awareness needed to be raised on the quality of community college baseball that was being played in our area. And number 2 was to raise money for these 2 programs, and that would make it better for the student athlete playing at these programs. So we felt like with the help that we have had from Coca-Cola, we have really been able to get that done. First of all, the crowds have increased every year that we've had the challenge, and we have had some really nice crowds at the challenge for y'all guys to play in front of. I hope y'all have noticed the number of folks that have been there doing that. Our media coverage has continued to grow with the coverage. This year, the games will be broadcast on K106, on the Boulevard 104.3. You'll also be able to hear it at southwestbearathletics.com, at K106.com, at colinathletics.com. And also, games are available on your smartphones. If you'll download the app from TuneIn and then search for station K106, you can actually listen to the ball games on your smartphones this year. So we have really grown of what we have done with the media coverage of these 4 ball games. And the second goal, the thing we're probably most proud of beside of the crowd, is the fact that in the last 6 years, going on 7 years this year, we have donated through Coke and some other folks close to $14,000 that have been split between these 2 teams to help their baseball programs. And I'm sure if you know with the budgets the way they are nowadays, extra money for your programs really come in handy, no doubt about that. Let me introduce a few folks that are here, and then we'll bring them up here as we get to them. First of all, Public Relations Director and Sports Information Director at Colin, Natalie Davis, back here to the right. Her counterpart, Sports Information Director with Southwest Community College, Michael Gunnell. G-Money, right there. Take a look at him. Also joining us, head coach of the Bears, Coach Keith Case, head coach of the excuse me. I'm trying to get you on where the trophy's at. That's all I'm trying to do. Coach Keith Case, coach of the Colin Wolves. Coach Lee Kirkendall, head coach of the Bears, assistant coach of Southwest. Coach Ken Jackson, also from Coca-Cola, James Brumfield, and also from Coca-Cola, Mr. Gary Nelson over here. First up, we'll have Mr. Brumfield with Coca-Cola and Powerade come up and give us a few words about the Coca-Cola Challenge. We appreciate all you have done. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Robbie. It won't stay long. One of the things you can see different that we have done this year, we have taken this to the market, the Powerade Challenge. We've got this in our supermarkets in the area and with the giveaway. Now, hopefully next year that we will get this extended into the Colin market. There's some things we've been working with some things there, and I think that will happen next year, that we'll be able to expand a little bit further. We're making some contacts for that. We're always excited to be a part of this. It's good for our company. It's good for our community. And anytime we have an opportunity to promote our young athletes, that's what we take the chance to do. It's a great fit with our company and with Powerade. And we're excited every year to do it. And I appreciate the work Robbie puts into it, and for our company, Gary Nelson. And we're looking forward to a good event again this year, and we'll start pretty soon planning for 2013 also. Thank you.
CocaCola also, on radio stations here in Southwest Mississippi, we've been running promotional announcements for about a week and a half now that will continue through the end of the promotion. We'll actually draw for a winner of our game day giveaway on the 31st of March. Those promotional spots have been running on radio for about a week and a half now. They will continue through the end of the promotion. Starting over the weekend, the actual game day spots begin promoting just the games coming up this Wednesday at Colin. So through CocaCola, we're also able to get some extra radio exposure on the challenge. Coming up next, I reckon will be our visitors down today from Lincoln Community College. The Wolves, a record of 12 wins, 3 losses, and a tie. They've won 5 in a row. Colin has 2 South Division doubleheaders, both of them at home next week. Southwest on Wednesday, Hines next Saturday. Coach Keith Case, who just won his 600th game, is head coach of the Wolves with their win last Sunday over Kellogg Mission. Coach Case, Colin, come up and introduce your guys and have a few words for us. By the way, congratulations on that 600th win. Thank you.
Thank y'all for letting us come down, Mr. Brumfield, Gary. We enjoy it. Even though Robbie cuts us every once in a while, we enjoy coming down here each year. And you guys have added, this challenge has gone to another level, and we appreciate what y'all have done. And hopefully, I don't know if it's politically correct, but I hope you can get into our market. We would love to be there, okay? Got some of our players. Start with the position guy first. First baseman, Will Gatlin. Will. And right-handed pitchers, Cody Smith. Cody's a sophomore. And Corey Allen. All these are Lincoln County guys that we brought. The 2 pitchers are from Lloyd Star and Will Bogachetta or Brookhaven Academy. And these guys represent us well, and glad they're with us today. It's been an interesting year. We're still starting our first conference date. We do not have another game until we play next Wednesday. And we're going to have to sit down this weekend. We're still looking for a rotation. You know, 2 years ago, they eliminated parts of the fall from us. That hurt us a little bit. And this year's been kind of a situation where we've thrown a lot of guys early, and I know you're going to want to know who the starters are next Wednesday. Honestly, we cannot tell you, and it may even be a game day decision to see who's feeling comfortable there and who we match up. Because we do, we've got four tough conference games next week in Southwest, and then Hines 3 days later. So you've got 3 seasons, and we've just completed that preseason. And for high school guys, and most of these guys right here are sophomores, they know the speed of the play is a little different than what it is in high school. Well, for some reason, when conference starts, that speed picks up again. The South is really, really a strong division. From top to bottom, we've been fortunate enough to go to the World Series twice. The bottom of our conference every year could go to the World Series and win games. That's how good the South Division is. And we're glad to be here, and we know that to get that thing back, winning 3 games out of 4 is going to be really tough. Any of the series in the South to take 3 out of 4 is going to be tough. But it's a challenge, and that's what baseball's about. And, you know, we've got friends at both places and really enjoy battling them right there. And again, thank y'all for letting us be here, and look forward to eating up in Brookhaven. Oh, also Wednesday, both games will be webcast. You can go to www.colinathletics.com and you can watch the games too, okay? So thanks to Miss Natalie for that.
Thank you, Natalie. Nice job. Both of y'all guys talking about pitching. I got 3 semesters left at community college. My knuckleball and EFA's pitch is still pretty good, so if you need somebody, we can talk. You know, I don't come cheap though, I want you to know that. So. From Southwest Community College, with a record of 6 wins, 8 losses, Bears had a 4-game winning streak snap on Wednesday. They have a busy week next week, 8 games in 6 days. Southwest will host St. Charles on Monday for a doubleheader, up to Colin on Wednesday for the challenge, Friday back home with Illinois Central College, and then Saturday they host East Central in another South Division doubleheader. Here's the head coach of the Bears, Coach Lee Kirkendall.
First of all, I want to apologize for my hoarseness a little bit this morning. Had a little bit of instructions needed to do in practice yesterday, so it's left me a little hoarse this morning. We're excited to be here, and again to James and Gary, we appreciate so much what you do for this series. As Coach Case said, it's been tremendous. The level has the level of media coverage, the level of people that talk about this series has increased dramatically since they have joined and become the title sponsor of this, and we're very excited for them to again be doing it. It's fitting that today we're having our press conference this series, that it is raining outside. I think, see, all three coaches have on jackets today. I believe it's the first time we've come to this press conference and had to wear a jacket because of rain or weather or whatnot, because usually by this time of the year our weather has at least started to improve and help us out a little bit with our seasons. But Robbie mentioned the fact that we should have 8 games on 4 dates this week. Monday is not looking good, so unfortunately we may be just like Colin in that we may sit all the way up until Wednesday before we play this series. But hopefully maybe we'll get a break, and even though it's calling for 60% chance of rain on Monday, you never know when the weather may change and we get a break and get some more games in. We've gotten off to an uneven start a little bit. We've had some good outings so far and done a lot of good things in all phases of the game, and then we've also had some days where we haven't played as well in all 3 phases of the game. So hopefully as we're getting close to the league season starting, that we'll begin to put some complete games together and hopefully play well in all 3 phases of the game beginning Wednesday. As Coach Case mentioned, this is a great league. A lot of people somewhat joke, but it's really not joking in my opinion, that this is very much like the Southeastern Conference on the junior college level, and that everybody in our South Division has a good program, good facilities, good players, and I think that's evident by the number of players that move on to 4-year programs or professional baseball from all 7 of the programs. So as I tell our players whenever we're recruiting some of them and wherever they come, it's good and bad. Bad because it's really difficult to dominate a league, so to speak, but it's also good because regardless of how your team does, when you put up numbers in our league, they're really legitimate numbers, which in turn makes it easy for 4-year coaches to scout our players and recruit them and obviously know that hopefully what they're seeing out on the field is what they're going to get as a player. There obviously is an adjustment from the community college level to 4-year schools, but at the same time, because of the level of play that we have within our league, usually they have an easier transfer to the 4-year level than some other leagues. So it's a great thing about playing in this league that you do play such a tremendous competition on a daily basis. We always, again, talk about what a great job CocaCola does. It really means something to me individually because my grandfather actually worked in this building for more than 2 decades. And our players and coaches will tell you about how much I love the refreshing drink of Coca-Cola, be it in the dugout or practice or wherever. And I joked with James before that when I coached in Florida at a community college there, we were actually sponsored by Pepsi. And I know that's not a good word to mention this building, I'm sure, but we were sponsored by that other beverage company. And but I always kept another cooler in the corner of the dugout where I would stay in my unmarked mug, and so I had the proper product, Coca-Cola, that was actually used during the game, even though we were sponsored by that other company. Again, we're really excited to add another installment to this series. Hopefully with the weather will continue to improve before this next week. As several people have already mentioned, we always have tremendous crowds for these 2 dates, and I know that will continue to increase. Particularly this year as we've added a lot more media coverage. I know Natalie and all the people at Colin have done a great job in adding things to their program. They had a new website come up within the last few years with Robbie Hamilton and other help on our campus, we've added a great new athletic website for our program, and along with that, with Eddie's help, adding a lot of video, and also with Michael adding some additional things to the website. Again, the media coverage and everything that goes along with that has increased tremendously. So we're looking forward to what this can mean to both programs. Robbie had mentioned how much money over the years have been donated to the two programs to use for baseball items, facility items, and obviously any little bit of additional money, additional funding you can get in for your programs is much needed. So we're going to, at this point, before we finish up, going to introduce our people that we have with us today. He's already mentioned our Sports Information Director, Michael Gannell, and obviously Coach Ken Jackson, who's been with us in his 4th season, as our staff is now in our 4th season at Southwest. Here with us today, start on this, my left-hand side, this is Luke Gibson. Luke Gibson is an infielder from Purvis High School. Very good student, as all 4 of these guys are, and I'll tell you a little bit about that again in a moment. Next to him is Shelby Johnson. Shelby's a local product out of Park Lane, right-handed pitcher who's a sophomore. Herman Hayes. Herman Hayes is an infielder from Oak Forest Academy in Amite, Louisiana, by way of Culiacan, Mexico. Obviously, that always starts questions. How did he get to Amite, Louisiana? Herman's aunt lives in Amite, Louisiana, and she has lived there for more than 30 years. So from his family standpoint, they saw the opportunity for him to attend school here in the U.S., and he's a great student, has made a great career out of it, both at Oak Forest and here at Southwest. Alex Marshall. Alex is a sophomore infielder from St. Patrick High School, Gulfport, Mississippi. Again, I mentioned all 4 of these guys are good academically. We've got a really large sophomore class, and I can't say enough about what those guys have done in the classroom. Last year, as freshmen, had freshmen been eligible for academic awards, we would have had 9 of those sophomores been academic All-State. 2 of them would have been academic All-Americans. Again, there's a large group. You see 4 of them seated here. There are some other guys that we would have liked to have here at this press conference, but fittingly, they have class and tests that they really did not need to miss. So that's again says a lot about this sophomore class. Last year we had a 3.09 team GPA, which again was contributed a lot by this group of people who were freshmen. And at the end of this fall semester, the team GPA was 3.14. Within our sophomore class, we had 3 4.0s this fall, and 2 of those guys have a 4.0 for their entire time at Southwest Community College. So again, it's been a great class, not just on the field, but also what they've done off the field for our program. And we appreciate everything that they've done for it. Again, all of you that can, we'd love to have you out at Co-Lin this coming Wednesday. And then again, as Robbie mentioned, a little different this year that we're having on Friday, Friday before Easter on April 6th here at Southwest. Thank you very much.
Lee said it was from practice yesterday. He used a lot of that voice on Wednesday discussing a lot of balls and strikes called with a particular umpire I've watched. So that may be what some of that hoarseness is from that. And guys, if y'all needed to go to class, y'all forget about me. I can't pass there, so I'm not to worry about that. Before we finish, a couple reminders. First of all, these guys will be available. We'll take pictures immediately following this. So guys, if you'll just kind of hang around real quick, we'll get this done as quick as we can. The Coca-Cola Challenge presented by Powerade this Wednesday at Co-Lin. First pitch, game 1, 3. Game 2 around 5:45. Games 3 and 4. The doubleheader start at Southwest at 2 o'clock on April the 6th. Game 2 around 4:45. The game day experience giveaway. Make sure you get out and register. Our winners will be drawn again on March 31st. And just come out and enjoy community college baseball. I think you'll enjoy what you see. And as we've heard from our group, when we've talked to people about it, we've been so amazed at how many people have said, well, I didn't know the quality of baseball that was at my back door. I'm a real baseball fan, but I didn't realize I could go right up the road to see Co-Lin or see Southwest play, and the quality of baseball that I was going to go see. That's what we had hoped to achieve in featuring these games, and I think we have accomplished that because we have heard over and over of people going back now to games at both locations because they were exposed to it in this CocaCola Challenge. Remember, you can keep up with what's going on with Colin at their website. It's www.colinathletics.com, and for Southwest, you can keep up with theirs at southwestbearathletics.com. The videos and pictures and all from today will be available there, and then also from on game day on Wednesday, we'll have them back up there.